Hey y'all, I think I'm streaming. Am I streaming? Am I streaming, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hello. Oh. I think I'm streaming. Somebody say something. I see you. You see me? I see you too. Oh crap. I think I... Okay, that wasn't good. That wasn't good. Oh snap, you guys are seeing my... Moss. Oh, I'm trying to... Okay. August 4th. All right. And save. All right. I think I'm done with that. All right. Let's do that. I will give the number in a minute for you guys that want to call in. Let me, I'm supposed to let somebody speak or call first, and I just want to hit her up and let her know that, okay. Yeah, oh, Jolie, wait till you get home. Okay, hold on one second. I think she just... Text me when you get home. Okay. That's going, and let me see. Okay. Alrighty, guys. Are you ready, Freddies? What is this? Didn't. Rabbit hole. 1 second. Alright. Do you guys see that? Alright. I'm just going to leave it there. How about this? Okay, we'll just leave it there. You can look up stuff. I got things a little... Oh, crap. I guess I got to keep the window up. Alright. But I got to hide it somewhere. Alright. How you guys doing today? You guys have a good weekend? Checking the... Alright. Alright, so I'm waiting for somebody... Hey, everybody. I'm waiting for somebody to call in. And, she said she's going to be home in about 15 minutes because we had a really... When I was testing the last time... Alright, so I'm waiting for somebody... Hey, everybody. I'm waiting for somebody to call feedback, maybe. Okay, hold on. And we had a really good exchange, and I want her to call back in so you guys can hear it. So, technically, I guess, Narrow Path 247, it's my second live. Hey, Greg. Hey, everybody. All right, here's a call-in number. Oh, here. 512-481-7464. And I'll put it in the description if it will let me type in the description. Okay, 481-7464. I don't use this a lot, so I don't remember. Okay. There you go. And yeah, so if anyone wants to call in now, they can call in. And then when I'm waiting for this lady to call in, I'll just tell you guys to get off so I can talk to her. Hello. Anybody? Somebody. 512-481-7464. So I'm gonna call. I can finish switch to my hair. I'm just letting you know. My hair's like half did right now. Twisting it. Um, Spring Hill, what's the topic today? You can talk about anything that's been going on during the week. I'm just trying to, I want to get used to just taking calls and talking to people, and I don't really get to talk to people because I'm really busy, and I finally figure out how to do that. So you know, have I been to the White House? No, I've been outside the White House. I haven't been inside, and I went to D.C. a couple years ago, and and I think we have to call ahead of time, or you have to make an appointment like 6 months or so in advance to get a tour inside. So I didn't know that. Okay, let me see. 512-481-7464. Let me see. 512-481-7464. Let me see if I can put it in the comment section if it'll show up. 512-481-7464. Bam. 512-4. Yay! There's a call! There's a call. I'm excited. Oh shit! Why is it showing up like that? Sorry. Oh, fucking it. Oh, hold on. Okay, it should. Yeah. Okay, number's not showing up. Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. I just wanted, my question is, and maybe because. Hold on, can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, okay. First of all, it's a pleasure. I think you're doing great. I wish for you to grow. My question to you is, who did it in El Paso and the guy? Are they? And I know it's not important yet. It is. But who did it? Was it a liberal or was it a radical liberal or a right wing guy? I mean, I'm hearing both sides. That it was this guy, that it was this side, and I don't know why, but it's just I want to know. Does that make any sense? I mean, even though nobody wins, like
Yeah.
I'm not for a team.
It does make sense. I wasn't thinking. I should have been watching that. I just found out about the shooting, so I haven't really dove into that. My mom called me this morning.
Oh.
But wait, we can talk. Don't worry. Stay. My mom called me and she's like, "Are you in El Paso?" And I was like, "No." I'm like, "Really?" I'm like 8 hours away, and she's like, "Oh, somebody got shot up." So tell me what happened. What you're hearing from your side?
As soon as I heard, I watched the press, what's it called, the morning press on a Sunday mornings, and I had to watch it. And they said it was a right wing guy named Cruces, Cruises,
Mm-hmm.
but he's a white guy, and that he has got pro Trump this and that. But then I go to Facebook because I actually trust Facebook more than I do the media as far as your listeners go. I mean, I trust outside sources as opposed to trusting the media.
Yeah.
And they're saying that it's a left wing coup. So I don't know, but I'm just.
So I mean, okay, when it's a right wing, so from what I understand, just a little bit I know about it, it's a guy, he went up in a mall in El Paso and shot up a bunch of people.
Walmart.
Okay.
It was Walmart.
Yep. I mean, first of all, what evidence are they providing to show that this guy is right wing or left wing? White wing.
I guess they're going into his social media. But you want to hear something? Something happened in Dayton, Ohio. Not something, the same thing. Yeah. And so, but they're not exposing that one. I guess I'm assuming that guy's Antifa. This is what I'm hearing. And so it's just, like I said, I just wanted to know whose side was on what. I don't know. I'm not sick or morbid.
Well, I also think that the country is very divided right now, and we want to take sides and be like, my team did this and your team did that, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I think it makes us feel better to be like, well, the Republicans did this or the Democrats did that, what have you. But you also just have to look at why. It doesn't really matter who did it. You have to look at why is the mainstream media using this for political points, right? So anytime.
Oh yeah, they can't let a crisis go to waste.
Yeah, and anytime something happens, why are they always jumping on it politically, and why is the first instinct to be like, let's get the guns, it's the guns' fault, So you also, I mean, I don't know how deep you're going and willing to go, but I would also think about the fact that they probably manufactured the crisis. You can go in right now and you can change people's social media accounts to say whatever you want. You know,
Ooh, well, I'm thinking that.
you know
Yeah,
what I
you're
mean?
right.
You can do that. This might be, I'm not trying to be condescending, but, you know, you might want to look into MK Ultra and Patsy's if you don't know what that is already.
Hmm.
If you're not, I mean, you're like, okay, maybe that's too much, but I'm just saying, like, you know, they, you know, even with the guy that sent the bombs, I mean, the story was very fishy, you know, because they were saying that he lived in this van, you know, for 2 years with all these stickers on it, and they look freshly peeled off.
Oh
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. Like what guy would do that? Yeah,
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 and
yeah.
then
You would think you would see that van all over.
the guy
Yeah,
that
you
shot
would.
up and the guy that shot up the synagogue, right? Like, I had to take a screenshot with my phone before they took it down. But his Twitter account basically said that, you know, he hated Trump. He never touched a Trump hat. He was not a Trump supporter at all, and in fact, he was mad at Trump for supporting Israel because Trump has been very supportive of Israel.
Right.
So he was, you know, there was a lot of shenanigans surrounding that, and you know, you just really have to look at, like, who controls the media, what's the agenda, why are they pushing one narrative over another, you know. That's the real thing to look at here. I'm just, you know, I'm never surprised. I'm just over it now. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, now they're gonna come up with gun control. Okay, it's textbook now, right? They're gonna blame the MRA. You know, they're gonna blame Trump. They're gonna blame Trump supporters because of the state of the nation right now. So it's like, even that guy, I think that the shut up the garlic festival, that jerk, Gavin Newsom was, and you know, smiling as he's talking about this guy, and you know, trying to get political points for that. I'm just like, what is even the purpose of bringing this up? You know, why aren't people looking at the SSRI drugs that people are on? You know, I interviewed
Yeah.
Anomaly. If you're not, I don't know if you're familiar with that, is a couple days ago, but we were talking about like SSRI drugs and. You know, and as a teacher, I was talking about how I worked with people that, or kids that were on that stuff, and how they just like wig out. And as adults are on this stuff, they're explaining that, you know, they feel like they blank out. I have a dream. They don't even remember doing a lot of the stuff that they're doing. So why is there also a huge connection to these SSRI drugs in these shootings? Why is there a huge connection to the pharmaceutical industry and the news media outlets? So they're not going to be real and talk about the people that fund their operation. You know, so I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know. You know, most likely, you know, I think it was, you know, either it was a crisis that they jumped on, or they manufactured it. You know, or they're not going to let the truth come out because they're trying to create hate. But the main thing is, like, why are you even like trusting the mainstream media anyway? They always lie. So they don't. To me, I'm
They
just.
really do.
I'm at the point.
Interrupt.
Oh yeah, sorry. Go on. Go on.
No. In fact, I find it miraculous that you got like really deep on the synagogue shooting and all that, because usually the media doesn't say any radical Obama supporters. They usually don't put that out there. So I don't know how you got that news, but it's really refreshing that you did get it. You know, because they never, ever say, yeah, one of these guys from the left did it. I mean, you got to say Antifa's breaking bones.
I know. They're terrible. They're the new skinheads. They really are. They're the KKK and the skinheads.
Yeah.
You know, like, they're more terrifying than I'm not really afraid of, like, you know, random white men with guns. I'm looking for Antifa. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not. I mean, there's supposed to be I think an anti-Antifa protest on the 17th of this month, and I'm curious to see how that's going to be covered. They're probably going to probably not cover it as much, or, you know, they're going to find some way to spin it so it fits their agenda. So I don't even really, I mean, until the mainstream media like gives me, you know, well, which is probably never, but they haven't earned my trust back. They've been lying to us ever since they've, you know, I mean, the more you start going back, the more you realize they've been lying to us since the beginning, since they've been at programming. You know, really, I mean, you can actually take it that deep and say that. They've been lying for such a long time. When are they ever going to give our trust again? So my faith is in the alternative media, and I just look at different sources and try and compare. I really compare my stuff to the mainstream media. And then I watch that, and then I look at alternative media. So if there was like a public event that happened, I see what the mainstream media says, and then I look at other people who were like taking video footage and get, from their own point of view, or other alternative, news organizations that do have my trust, and I try and make an assessment there. It's still not even healthy just to sit open mouth and just believe one source. You got to do the work, and you got to assess for yourself.
Well, that's why I asked you. I actually entrusted myself in you. I thought you'd have all the answers. That's okay.
But that's okay. I'm really trying to give people about.
I was failed. You failed.
Oh no, it's a lot of pressure, man. It's a lot of pressure. I just, I want people. My thing is, I want people to realize their own power. Think of there's more of us than there is of them. This is why they have to manipulate and control. This is why they have to make lies. This is why they have to keep people in a state of constant fear and panic, because there's so many of us. It's like, are you familiar with the have you heard of the Willie Lynch speech?
The Willie Lynch speech? No, I haven't. Enlighten me.
Okay, so there's a debate whether this really was an occurrence, or whether this was a real speech, or this was just an example of what people talked about, right, during during African, we're just going to say African American slavery. So they had slave consultants, because slavery was a business, and they would have people going around in plantations telling them how to control their slaves. And one of the things that they would do is, tell them to so anyway, I guess long story short, there was a guy named Willie Lynch, supposedly, who was a slave consultant. And he goes and he makes a speech to the slave masters, telling them how to control their slaves. And I'm applying this not just to slavery, but to the whole population, right? E.g., the elites, the psychopaths, the lizard people, whatever you want to call them, being our rulers. So basically, he was talking about turning dark-skinned slaves against black-skinned slaves, turning women against the men, the old against the young, the short against the tall, any little sliver of difference that you can find. Keep them in a state of panic and fear, and keep them divided and not realize the commonality that we're the ones that are controlling them. You'll always have control over your plantation, because they'll be too busy fighting each other to see who the real culprits are.
That sounds like a Democratic platform.
Yeah. So I'm saying I'm applying it to that. You know what I mean? Even though it's for that. But it's like you keep people in a constant state of fear. Now, the Democrats, they're being controlled, or the left, if you want to, divide and conquer, and I mean, in a sense, I guess for my own safety, I feel like there's more of a community on the right side. I would say I'm more of a libertarian, if I had to choose, or, an independent, depending on the situation. But, I've been pushed on that side, but, they use different tactics for both sides to control. And for what's going on with the left side, they're using a lot of their fear and their insecurities to control them. So these crazy Antifa people that are running around killing people, they really think that other people are killing people, beating people up, or committing violence. In their mind, they really think that we're a threat, because they've been brainwashed and manipulated to think that, Because
they think they're doing the greater good.
Yeah, and it's really, you hear about World War II and all this stuff, and it's really made me really think and assess the situation with the Nazis and that situation. And it's actually, some people might hate me for saying this, but it's actually, made me think of them as more human, because I see what's going on with the Antifa people, and if they were manipulated, to be who, the people that they were, looks like the same thing. History is repeating itself, They're like the brown shirts, So it's like we live by this in society. We have this unspoken belief that people's genetics make them a certain way, make them violent, make them more intelligent. And I would argue against that. I think it's more epigenetical, and the circumstances that people are put in that cause them to create certain, types of violence. So.
Yeah, I get it. It's really, how do you say, it's really diabolical. I hate to sound like a Scooby-Doo cartoon, but it really is. I mean, that's the only word.
It is.
That's the only word I can use.
Well,
it really is.
We're in a war. It's a whether you want to, psychological war, spiritual war. It's a war. It's the nature of good and evil. I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying it is what it is. So once you understand what it is, then you can better defend against it.
Yeah. I guess you mentioned that we could talk about anything. correct?
Yeah. But I want one more question because I do want to get to other callers. I'm sorry, but go on.
Of course. Well, no. I hope you do have other callers. No, my question is that do you want to be big and recognized? Because you just said earlier that you feared for your life, or not feared for you. You did say before, you said, "Oh, kind of, fear for myself." I mean, do you want to be big and popular, or are you ready for it? Because I see you growing, like I said. That was my question.
I don't know. I'm at that tipping point where I feel like I don't know. I mean, I do like. I'm a natural. I love teaching. I love I love that.
Right.
I love informing people. That's kind of like my style. Like I don't
It's
want to.
rewarding.
Yeah, I love it. Like I was in the system. I don't want to be in the system, but if I can empower people and give people knowledge that way, that's really fulfilling for me. But I also want to be creative. I don't want to be a pundit. I mean, if people were to invite me on their shows, I'll go and I'll talk to anybody. But I also wouldn't be happy being a pundit and going on every day just to go up and argue with people. Like I will do it if I have to, but that's not something I don't want to do. So I don't really know where I fit in right now. I'm just trying to keep the momentum of the channel going and connect with people as it goes. I have a lot of stuff that I'm doing right now. I'm working a lot right now because I don't want to be dependent on this channel for money, because then people can tell me what I can and can't say. If I offend a subscriber and they get uncomfortable, I want to be like, okay, well, bye. Like, I don't like, to me, it's like a partnership. Like, I don't want anybody to be subscribed to this channel if I'm saying stuff that makes them uncomfortable. But I want, I don't want to have to depend on people either to like financially support me. I've been thinking of ways to do that, but it's just hard having a full-time job and doing other things, as well. So, right now, we'll see. I'm just kind of trying to figure out. I was talking to, I don't know if you know this, but this channel was created by me and my best friend, and her son's ill, so she's like a badass homeschooling mom right now, so her focus is on her family. But we still talk a few days a week, and we bounce ideas off of each other. And she's more active on Facebook, so she's like the silent half of the channel. But we were talking about that today, and I just don't. I'm happy that's going, and when another rewarding thing, not just the people that I've met doing this, but also the knowledge I've acquired, and the other people, other YouTubers I've met. It's just been really rewarding. And I think when you kind of take the red pill, so to speak, you also just want to connect with other people. So you want somebody to talk to and you feel like you're not going crazy, especially, I get people that are like, oh, I'm the only one in my town. And, I'm happy to find somebody that, kind of is on the same wavelength. So it's crazy making, So I don't know. I hope that answers your question. I rambled, but I hope that answers. What's your name? You never told me your name.
Oh, my name is Ciro. C-I-R-O. Ciro.
C-I-R-O. Ciro?
Ciro, yeah. Ciro Garcia.
Ciro.
Yeah.
Is that short for anybody?
Ciro.
For anything? Ciro.
Cirilio.
Cirilio?
Cirilio. Yeah, I was born here, third generation Hispanic Mexican. I want to open my own channel. I'm not going to plug it because I don't have it, so there's nothing to plug. But I want to be the Mexican American.
Oh, okay. Well, do it. You know what? All you got to do is do it.
You think so? I should.
Yeah, I mean, that's how we started. Like, when we first started, we did this. I mean, and I adore our podcast, but we're very, what am I trying to say? We're kind of, it was hard for us to get sound and stuff. I started this when I lived overseas. We figured out a way, God jumped on Skype and just did it. And at the time, we honestly just wanted to find the others like us. You know what I mean? And we wanted to share the information that we were getting. So we weren't even thinking about making money off of it. We were like, you know what I mean? We weren't even in that mindset. We just wanted to connect with people and just like,
I just feel like there's a bunch of people that don't know anything that they need to be reached. That's all. They need to be reached.
Well,
that's how I see it.
Like I said, it's a spiritual war, and you might be able to reach people in a way that I can't. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm always encouraging of people to go out and do stuff, because you never know what you're gonna say that's gonna like wake people up. That's gonna be that zap, And then they just have to be ready, because it took me a while. I look back on now, some people that tried to tell me stuff and it just like went over my head, but they planted seeds. And as I start to get more information, I start putting things together and I'm like, oh, you know. So
Yeah, that's what it meant. All right, well, go ahead and get your other calls, and I'm going to continue to listen. And I adore you, so I
oh,
hope you rise, like I said.
I appreciate it, Cyril. Thank you so much. I'm gonna try and call back who just called me if I can find how to get there. Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Bye bye.
All right, bye.
I'm calling. Okay, I'm calling somebody that just called me. Oh no, it's not. I don't know. Oh, it's I gotta pay money to call people back. All right, whoever just called, there are two other people. Okay. Hello.
Hey, sure, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Who is this? What's your name?
My name is John.
Oh, Lejean. What's up?
Oh, girl, you have no idea. Oh my God. First question I gotta ask you: did you ever check out Demolition Man?
No, I haven't. I'm gonna have a vacation this in September, and it's a list of movies. That's something that looks like my mom would be interested in watching, so I'll watch it with her.
Oh, okay. Make it a family night.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
watch it with her because she likes. It looks like it's a movie where like shit blows up. There's,
Oh,
yeah, she likes action movies and shit like that.
Hence the name Demolition Man.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
oh my God. Hey, no, just one little thing for that movie. Just, you talk about blowing up. I just want to take a little, like, little quick little joke they have. Well, I want to spoil it, but this is one of those jokes that's like a little side thing. They go through file footage of Demolition Man doing his stuff when they're reviewing who he is,
Hmm.
and there's a news reporter, right? And he's carrying a little girl, like really little 6, 8-year-old girl, right? And a little female news reporter says, "Excuse me, John Spartan," because that was his name, John Spartan. John Spartan, how can you justify blowing up a $25 million mall to rescue one little girl? And the girl looks at the camera and says, "Fuck you, lady."
Oh my god.
I mean, that's why I just had to say it's funny because, and then he just says, "Well put," you know, but getting off of that, oh my God, Truther, you will not believe what I went through today. A few things I want to say to you. One thing, I literally watched how what you were talking about earlier when I was watching you, how they try to separate and divide us. Okay, yesterday when this shooting first happened, right? I'm online and people and we're all like distressed by what's going on, and I'm on Facebook unfortunately. And when I was on Facebook, some asshole had already the dude's name as soon as the guy's name came out, he had put up some meme because that's what I call the meme of he's a white supremacist, he idolizes Trump, he idolizes David Duke and all that stuff. And we were like, when people were online, they're like, that's not true. What the fuck are you saying this shit for? So I went in to cut him out. And when I went to the comment section, I saw everybody had cut him out. Like, dude, what the fuck are you saying? That's right. Why are you talking about that? And everybody got on the set. So he took the thing down. Because when I hit the button to post it, it said the post had already been deleted and it wasn't there no more, right? But I had screenshot everything, right? So because I like this is gone now, so I don't have proof that this guy was lying.
Yeah.
You know, when I went on Facebook today, where I found it, because that someone else posted it on Facebook today. You won't believe what site posted this shit on Facebook today.
What?
I go to World Star, a hip hop World Star, right? And I see they posted it. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? I'm like, you guys are fucking, why are you putting this misinformation out? And I looked at their shit and I'm like, you fucking, this is fake. It's been debunked. Matter of fact, you can't even go to the original post because we cut the guy off so that much. Come to find out the guy was from Lebanon, right? Because I took his picture and everything. Went to his personal page and said, fuck you, asshole. Don't be coming to this shit in America saying that shit. And now World Star Hip Hop was already posted it. And when I saw it, it had already been shared like 20 times amongst the black community because I realized what was going on. I'm like, so this is how they divide us. Because they know World Star Hip Hop, I'm starting to say, is full of ignorance, full of just like about ghetto fights and, like liquor and stuff like that. But that's who they put it out there for, so they get it. They go, oh, see, here's proof that this guy was a racist and that he was a Trump supporter. And I'm like, this is not true. But then I thought about, like, okay, people who are Jerry Springer watchers, the low intelligence, that's who watches that type of shit, so they buy into it real damn quick. So now I started to understand that. And I called a buddy of mine this morning, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you, the conversation went sideways in less than 5 seconds. I called him, and the only thing I said was, hey, man, did you see that shooting up in that happened in Texas? his response was, "Yeah, you're fucking president and all the shit he did." And, oh, I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about, dude? Well, it's his fault because he be talking about people getting out of the country." I'm like, dude, he was going on a major rant. I'm like, "Dude, you would shut the fuck up." And
Yeah.
this is, I'm sorry about the language, by the way, because I was so upset because this is a guy that, I started realizing he's a buddy of mine, and on certain days he's real smart, but on life he's not that bright, and he's older than me. It's just sad. And I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, if you get out your own racism, you would understand what's really, oh man, it's because you like those white people and you kick me white ass. I'm like, dude, see, your racism, yeah, I can just hear it. You sound like a child to me, and you're
Yeah.
older than me.
And it's
You know?
limiting. It's limiting. It's sad. Like, I sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I want to hear your voice now, please.
I mean, first of all, there are people like that of all races, right? Who want to just stick to people that physically look like them. So that really limits the things that they even do. Like I took a look at this guy and he was cool and he was black and he was like, how do you like Austin? And I was like, it's great. I didn't want to get into politics and be like, oh, the crazy SJWs. But even with that that going on here, I still go out and do stuff. I don't let it prevent me from going out and having a good time and living my life. But he was just like, yeah, like I don't even go out the house because there's so many white people here. Like I want to move back to Houston. I can't have any fun because I'm black. And I'm like, are you serious, dude? Wow, what a very paranoid life to live.
I'm sorry,
Go on.
I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off now. It's like when you hear these people talk, it's like you can hear the racism in their voice, and they don't realize it. I had another conversation with a guy in South Central, and this is how ignorant these people are, right? And we were talking, and I'm like, dude, black people can be racist. No, we can't. There's no such thing. Black people can't be racist. I'm like, why don't you say something stupid like that? No, we can't be racist because white people get treated us so bad. We just also for us getting revenge. So it's not racism when we do it. It's always when we do it. It's different. Like, but what are you talking about? Racism is racism no matter what race you are.
Yeah.
Because
And no race thinks they're being racist. That's the irony. It's like they get in your head and then they make you fight other people, but you don't realize you guys are doing like the same thing. It's crazy. It's like going in circles.
Because a black doing it is okay. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I was talking to another buddy. I know you want to go real quick. I just want to put one more thing out there. I was talking to a buddy, because something that you always speak about how other races have gone through the same thing we have, and they don't ever complain about it as much as we do.
Yeah.
Like the Asians, like they were actually put in internment camps during World War II because of the hysteria that was going on. How many times do you ever see an Asian man talk about back in 1930 something we were put in internment camps?
I know, yeah, I know. Yeah, totally.
You never hear them complain about it. They just go over their lives to make their money.
And they were like, 10 million. The Japanese killed like 10 million Chinese people. They had their, in their own Holocaust. And then they also, when they were building here and they were building up Chinatown, some people burned that shit to the ground. Burned Chinatown to the ground. They had, they built the railroads in this country. Well, I'm not all like Chinese people, not Japanese people, but. But still.
You never hear them complain. They never complain. I mean, you wouldn't even know about it. The only time you hear about it is when a white liberal brings it up. Like, we feel bad for what we did.
Yeah.
Like, Asian people go, oh, they so mommy and daddy, why did you tell me that? Because we don't dwell on it. We moved on. Why can't black people do that?
Yeah, I know.
I got a cousin that still talks about Emmett Till. I'm like, dude, that's like almost 100 years ago.
And the thing that's funny is too, most of the people that I know that that actually went through real racism, like don't have that mentality. They want to move on and like progress. Like I had my dad's friend. He's light skinned black dude, like lighter than me, like almost pretty much white skin, but you can tell by his features he's black. And he was dating this Italian girl, and they were like in love, and she got pregnant, and they had a baby, and her family was like, oh hell no, and they like tied the baby to train tracks. Okay?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, like shit like that. You know what I mean? And he's still not even like, oh, I hate white, like you know what I mean? Like he doesn't even have that mentality. Like, my dad's side's from Colorado, so I know like people, my family talk about. I had like and either I didn't know him, so I'm detached, but either like a cousin or uncle that was lynched, like he moved into a town, like he was making good money, and they were like, go home, and he was like, no, like whatever. and then they like lynched him, and they said he killed himself. You know. Now I do have some family members, because my family is pretty mixed, but I do have some family members that are still like that. But a lot of them that still lived in that era, like they're not like hateful, and they're not dwelling on the past, and
No,
they
it's children.
yeah, and it's their chill. I was like, dude, you didn't even go through that. Like, how did you?
They went through it.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, and I'm just like,
I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off.
I was just basically saying, like, I have so much respect for people that actually went through stuff like that. I think it's an insult too to say that.
The major insult to them that their grandchildren are complaining about how grandpa got lynched. But grandpa's like, hey, what's the problem? Son, go to work. Go work with these people. They're giving you a job. I couldn't get a job, but now you can't. Now you're complaining about it.
Yeah.
I know that the only people that want reparations are the ones that don't want to work, because people that work, that's why you don't ever see Asians asking for it.
Oh, and Africans too. Africans that come here and they know like 12,000 languages and stuff, and they're like neurosurgeons. Like,
it's really people that don't want to work, that ask for reparations, begging for it, and it's like, you're not going to get them. Oh, no, it's because you're too far down the bloodline to ask for something that your great grandfather went through.
yeah.
And
And it's not going to solve anything. It's not going to fix any problems. It's going to, because the problems that we have, if you want to get cheer about the black community, the problems that we have don't have anything to do with money. It's not monetary. It's community.
It's black killing black. That's why Black Lives Matter is bullshit, because the worst kept secret in America is black kill black more than death from the cops.
Yeah.
And yet, when you talk to the black about it, oh, don't say that, that's not true. Yeah, it is true. People in Russia know that we kill each other more than anything, okay?
Yeah,
but how many people in the community don't want to trust it?
And then then it's also like too, if you don't respect yourself, nobody's gonna respect you. So
Yeah.
how you know what I mean? I'm not justifying people being racist, but you know, if people don't see that you care about your own quote unquote, then why should they care about you either? You know?
And this is why blacks are stagnant. I know I'm just very long, but this is part of the last point I made. This is why blacks are so stagnant, is because we dwell on old shit, and yet we got Asians coming from other countries. I keep bringing them up because they're the model of get past this shit and move on. How come we've been here for like 200-300 years? Asians come here and they blast us over when it comes to making money in this country, to where they run the big businesses, and yet we're the ones going to their business and buying liquor.
Exactly. And hair. Koreans own the black hair industry with the weaves and stuff. You know?
I just want to tell you, be very careful, because they shut Axe down again. Matter of fact, he's on D-Live right now, and I try to get on, but man, it's so hard to get on, because all I see when he's on D-Live right now as we speak. And I'm hearing they shut Gutter TV down. They shut Trump Network, News Network down.
Oh, I'm glad you said. Hold on one second. I'm glad you said that too. Please follow Truth or Talk on BitChute too.
Yeah,
I'm just, you know, yeah. I mean, they take my channel down. They take it down. I mean, I don't kiss people's asses. So there's nothing I can do. You know, I'm just doing what I can.
Exactly.
And there are other alternatives out there. And, you know, so I'm not, you know, I don't want to have to start over again, but if I have to, I have to. You know, I mean, what can I say?
I'm watching the news out here, and the first thing one of these news reports was, didn't they say they were going to do something about these alt-right websites and shut these chat rooms down? It's like, bitch, why are you on TV talking about shutting down people online? We're the ones trying to provide the real news and get the real news. We're the ones to provide the fake. Yeah, it's just disgusting. I can't about that, because be very careful, sis.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, next.
I
love you too. Mwah. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. 512, bye. 512-481-7464. 512-481-7464. 512-481-7464. 512-481-7464. Anybody? Do I need to? All right. What's up? I'm trying to see if she texts me. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Wow, I actually got through.
Hold
Hey, this is Javon. I'm on YouTube myself. I have a YouTube page.
on one second. Let me
You know,
write your